Hello everybody, my name is Sinan Mercer and welcome back to another episode of my Chronological Minecraft. Now, this is going to be a bit different than it was in my first 3 days that I recorded, in which I'm doing it in a more Let's Play style than narrating over what I'm doing, because doing it the way I did originally took way too much time that I simply don't have, to be honest. So I decided instead to do this in a more Let's Play style, because it's easier to edit, it's easier to narrate what I'm doing and stuff, and it's just easier overall for me. So, quick just update. I am either on day 16 or 17. Now I know that's a huge leap in where I was previously, so let me just quickly show you what I've been up to. So, first things first, I found more diamonds, created a full set, diamond armor, 3 stacks of diamonds and some extra, full gold tools, full iron, lot of iron. Oh, and I'll have to remember, but I cannot place torches this update because it crashes the game. Same as saplings and flowers, and I've just been mostly strip mining is what I've been up to. So honestly, haven't really missed much. I am on the update InfDev 2010 April 13th update, just for clarification. In a bit I'll go over what changed from there, but let me show you around. So what I've been doing outside of that is I started building this giant bridge. Alright, so this is where the bridge originally started. It was just up here, and then I just went straight all the way over to that storage facility I was planning on building. And then once I was done with that, I thought I'd take it one step further and extend it in several directions. There are a few reasons why I decided to do this. Number one, to make traveling through this world easier. So, as you can see, there's no hunger bar, and that won't be here for quite a while. And so sprinting doesn't exist. So once mobs start spawning, in a couple days, it'll be really difficult to get away from them. So I decided to build this giant bridge to make traveling through the world easier. Just a bit. And then second reason is to find my base easier. So when I go out exploring, I want to be able to find my base pretty easily. So if I go too far, I know the general location of my base, so if I backtrack to it, I'll be able to see the bridge. Originally, this bridge was this was the only extension to the bridge, and I went all the way over there because I have a strip mining area over there, and I wanted an easy way to get there. But I decided, instead of doing just that, to extend it in several directions. Is not even close to being completed, and it's going to be something I'm going to be doing throughout the entire series, probably mostly off camera, because it is very tedious, where all I'm doing is breaking a bunch of trees and then building a bunch of the bridge. And I know that's not exactly very, entertaining, and so yeah, a lot of the bridge progress will be completed off camera. But I mentioned in a pinned comment on the last video that I was thinking of, when I get better streaming equipment, of streaming these playthroughs, so I could probably do it through streaming. But for now, this is how it's gonna have to be. But anyway, I droned on for long enough. What changed this update? Alright, so first, the additions. So a new feature was added where big trees could be grown. Originally, trees were only able to grow like that, basically that tall. That's it. But there was a mod that was released before this update that added big trees, and Notch really enjoyed it, so he decided to add them, though a much lesser scale, to the vanilla game. And then another huge thing I've been waiting for since the series started is the world generator was updated to include sand. Now, I've been super patient and waiting for it because my house right now has no windows, and that kind of just makes the house kind of look weird. Also, oh yeah, this huge thing right here I built is just extra storage. Because of my strip mining, I accumulate a lot of cobble, so I wanted a storage space. Now, I know it's not exactly pretty to look at.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that?
it is what it is. I am not a good builder. Yeah, so this episode, I'm gonna go be trying to find sand. Oh, wait, actually, I need to create a shovel to do that. It'll be a while before I can find sand because I have explored a lot of the chunks around me. So I have to go into unloaded chunks in order to find the sand that I need, which is another good thing for the bridge so that I can easily travel the world instead of like maneuvering around the world. Anyway, I'm gonna create a couple shovels so that I can get as much sand as possible, so I'm not going constantly going back and forth between my house and the closest place where sand is. Alright, that should be plenty. Alright, anyway, while I'm doing this, let me go over some other changes. Arrows no longer spawn mobs upon hitting blocks, which is, you know, whatever. And leaves no longer decay. I'm not really sure what that means. Like, I mean, obviously it means leaves no longer decay, but like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Small trees have a different shape, which I'll have to like see exactly what that is. So far it seems kind of the same to me. And then, I don't know, I'm not a coder, but remove the player's ID, local player tag. Whatever, I don't know what that means. Okay, anyway, so there's some bug fixes that I'm kind of sad about. Blocks can no longer be placed in the same space as the player. That was really sad when I read that because it was so fun to like, when I was in a cave, to like place a block over my head just to see the progress I've made in a strip mine and just seeing it go into several different directions. I enjoyed seeing that, so it's sad to see that's gone. And one bug fix I was really happy when I read was placing blocks would sometimes cause 2 blocks to be placed. This was extremely annoying when building this bridge. I've had to cut down so much wood due to this bug. And then some light levels were fixed, and it only applies to newly generated chunks, so I won't see it. And another change I was kind of sad about was dying in game now doesn't leave the body, which doesn't leave until the player relogs into the world, which I was kind of sad about because it was kind of cool seeing the dead body. Huh? Which out of context is crazy. But it was cool seeing it though. I was kind of sad that it didn't stay in the game a little longer. And so I didn't ever show this during my earlier days, but pressing the respawn button multiple times now doesn't spawn multiple players, which can't be controlled anymore, which was also sad because it was cool. Like, I know they didn't do anything, but it was kind of cool just to see. And saplings can now grow again, which will help tremendously with this bridge project. So that was all the major stuff I could see from the wiki page that I'm reading, and I just gotta remember I cannot place torches, saplings, or flowers, otherwise my game will crash until tomorrow, where I'll update to April 14th build. So yeah, I'm just gonna go try to find some sand, and hopefully I have some luck with that. It'll be a little bit pain in the night to find it because I can't place torches around me, but oh well, it's whatever. And this is where the bridge over here ends for now. I'll extend it further later on. For now, just hop down, go try to find some sand. So far, nothing of note. This is gonna really suck. I kind of do regret loading a bunch of chunks before sand was added, but at the same time, it's whatever. I'll probably end up having to like relocate bases someday anyway, just to get more stuff. But I guess the more InfDev generation I can generate, because I mean the old Minecraft generation is just so much cooler than it is now. Even Caves and Cliffs update, like, it's just nothing beats stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, it's not realistic, but nothing in this game is. It's just so much cooler than what we get nowadays. Man, just look at that. It's so amazing. Again, like I just said, nothing beats this world generation. So I'm happy to expand it as much as I possibly can before we get to the modern versions. Though, I wish we do have both. There are a lot of things I do miss after going back to the old versions, boats definitely being one of them. But lucky for me, boats aren't too far off. Just gotta be patient. Then again, old boats sucked, so I guess I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna keep cutting in and saying it over and over, but like, look at that. Like, just the random blocks in the air. Oh, here, those are some of the big trees that were added, so I should be getting close to sand soon. Well, then again, maybe not, but yeah, those are some of the big trees that were added. Makes the world feel a lot more alive. Wait, sand! Sand! Let's go! I don't have to travel nearly as far as I thought I did. Destroy this entire beach for all the sand it's got. There should be more than enough for what I need, especially because there's some in the water. Alright, let's get it. I'll just keep going until either all my shovels break or my inventory fills up, whichever comes first. I'll definitely need the sand. It is nice to see another block other than grass and cobble and stuff, though, that naturally generate. Feels like it's been forever. That's the first layer. Oh, I'm still missing something. Yeah, whatever, it's no big deal. Maybe this is a little overkill on the sand, but as I don't want to keep making this journey every time I need a little bit of sand, but oh well, let's just keep going. Yeah, I'm good with sand. I'm just glad that I don't have to travel too far to find it. Though now strip mining is gonna be a bit more of a pain now because gravel's back. Wait, just to make sure. Okay, yeah, sand falls instantly instead of having an animation. Alright, a couple more shovels left and then I should have a little more than enough. Right, glass panes I don't think exist in this version, so I'm gonna have to craft just use regular glass windows instead of panes like I usually do in all my builds. Oh well. Better than nothing, I suppose. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I want to talk a bit about the series. So again, like I mentioned at the beginning, this is way different than how I had it in mind, because originally I was going to record at least an hour every day, narrate it, and then give fun facts about what happened on each corresponding day. But due to my schedule, it's just not viable for me to do so. If YouTube was my full-time job, then it would be no problem, but it's not. I don't get any money from YouTube at all. I am not eligible due to all my copyrighted material on my channel. So all of this is just simply for fun. So unfortunately, I couldn't do it as cool idea as I wanted to, but maybe in the future, if this ever does somehow take off, and I can actually financially support myself on this channel, then it'll probably see a resurgence in how I originally envisioned the series. But for now, I'm just gonna do it Let's Play style. Now for as frequently as I wanted to do it, again, I can't do it every game. So I was kind of debating back and forth on how often I want to do this. I was thinking maybe I record an hour every week or so, and then just uploading it that frequently, just for a weekly series until I can find the time to make it daily. I don't know. This is a very in development series right now. There's a lot that I still haven't decided on what to do. Another thing I was thinking of was just making a video whenever like I felt like it. Like if I felt like I wanted to do something big, then I just open up a video, which I know this isn't something big, it's just collecting a bunch of sand and then making windows. But in terms of like this series, I feel like that's pretty significant because it's the first like major thing that gets, well, it was in the game before, but it was removed from world generation on the version I started on. I think it was due to bugs or something, but now it's finally back. Caves won't be here for a long while though. I think they get added in one of the June updates, so it's just gonna be strip mining for me for a while, and then I'm gonna have to travel super far for caves, which is another function for the bridge, I suppose. But it's getting night again, which is kind of a pain, but I know where I came from, so it should be fairly easy to find, especially with the bridge again. It's like basically like a beacon that I can follow back to my house, since all the connections will lead to the house. So if I just follow in a certain direction, I'll always get back to my house. Again, like I said before, until I start streaming this, it'll probably be mostly built off camera. due to the tediousness of it, especially without crouching, I always fall off the bridge, in which I have to like either build up back to it or walk all the way back to a checkpoint or whatever, where it's easily able to climb up. But yeah, it's just way too tedious and boring to like record it and upload it, because I know that's not exactly exciting. Again, as I said before, there's a lot about this series that I'm still working on. There's going to be a lot of changes to it throughout it. Like, commentary in general has never been my strong suit, especially when I'm working without a script. So another reason I decided to do this Let's Play is because it's easier for me to commentate while I'm playing, instead of like looking at the gameplay and trying to remember what I was doing and what I was thinking during it. But while I'm playing, I know what I'm thinking and I know what I'm doing in that moment, so I just talk. But yeah, it's just another thing I've been working on for a while, especially since I had a long period of time where I've been uploading videos without commentary at all. So I guess this episode is a mix between me finding sand, which I guess I already did, and just talking about the future. I thought I was gonna die there. Anyway, yeah, this episode is a mix between me finding sand and just talking about the future of the series and my channel. So again, I know it's not the most exciting gameplay, and it won't be for a long time due to the lack of features in these old versions, but honestly, if I'm being completely 100% honest, I'm having so much more fun playing in this old InfDev version than I ever do modern day Minecraft. Now, if you've either been on my channel for a while, or you've at least seen it, like went through my videos, you know I started playing Minecraft. I was a Minecraft Pocket Edition Let's Player. Now, I had a lot of those videos privated for like a year or so, but I recently, oh, there's the bridge, but I recently unprivated them due to not really caring, because originally I just deleted them because it's, or not deleted, but privated them because it's like, I don't want people to see it, it's like, it's whatever. But at this point, it's like, I don't really mind, like, it's how it started. Like, if I ever somehow become a bigger YouTuber, which I don't really think I will, but if I do somehow, it'd be interesting for people to like go back and see where I started. But anyway, I'm kind of going on a tangent here. But anyway, so I started on Minecraft Pocket Edition, and then after either, I think it was a year later, where I quit, and I didn't upload a single Minecraft video for 6-7 years since then. And now, history repeats itself, and here I am recording Minecraft again. Anyway, so again, this episode's gonna be a lot more of a commentary about my channel than the actual gameplay. The gameplay is just me walking back and forth between my base and sand and stuff, so it's like not exactly the easiest. Anyway, like I said, like, I'm not good at commentary. It's very awkward. I'll get better throughout the series, I'm sure, especially if it ends up becoming a regular thing. So just bear with me for a while until I get better. I need to build more structures, maybe build a better looking house than I have currently, because it's not exactly a looker, but I've never been a good builder. I've played Minecraft for on and off for about like 10 years or so, 10-11 years, and building has never ever been something I've been good at. I've never been able to get dimensions right, never been able to put good levels of detail into it. They've all just been basic wooden structures. Now, recently I've been trying to do it better, as in like building it in different shapes, but then I get the dimensions all wrong, and it just ends up not looking the best. I'm gonna craft some more furnaces, actually. Ooh, another thing I want to do is build a basement, and then maybe have a bunch of furnaces. Alright, yeah, and that looks like that sapling bug was definitely fixed, because before, it was just like, I had like a bunch of saplings, but none of them were growing, and I wasn't sure if that was a bug or if I was just being extremely unlucky. But it's good to know that they're finally growing. It'll help tremendously with my bridge project, because I need as much wood as I possibly can get, and now I don't have to travel as far to find a bunch of trees. Alright, just to double check to make sure. I mean, I know they don't exist in this version, but yeah, alright, I didn't think so. Alright, first things first, actually, before I place glass for my windows, right here is the glitched block I created. Alright, cool, it's still here. I'm going to build a glass barrier around it instead. I'm definitely glad sand was added before mobs, because it would be extremely depressing if a mob jumped up on the block and destroyed it. Alright, okay, I gotta be careful. I mean, I have plenty of sand, so... Alright, actually, now I'm glad that they got rid of the placing blocks within me, because I would have wasted a lot of glass by accidentally doing that. Okay, gotta be careful. And I'm also... Oh, looks like that bug where it places 2 blocks isn't actually gone, because I just did. Alright, actually, I think this would look better. There we go. Now I can actually see the glitched block. Now I just gotta pray that a creeper doesn't blow up here. Alright, now that I did that, it's time to actually have some windows for my house. Hopefully make it look a little better. I haven't used regular glass blocks in a long time. I've always used glass panes instead, because I like the 2D texture instead. I think they look better, but nope, I did that. Again, I know my house doesn't look great, but again, okay, that bug was not fixed. Alright. Good to know that, I guess. Damn it. Would this look good? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, not the greatest house to ever exist in Minecraft, but it's home, I guess. Alright, that works. Can't wait for buckets to get added so I can put my farm in make my farm look a little better. I guess that. I'll have to put wood planks. No, I mean, yeah, that works, I guess. Maybe I can get rid of those logs out there. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Wait, oh, these are the doorways. Whoops. Alright. Now, I guess I'll have a glass doorway. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Now, another thing I wanted to do with a bunch of sand, or I guess glass, is building a glass barrier around the bridge. Because if I remember correctly, glass prevents mobs from spawning. Now, I have a bunch of torches around the perimeter, I guess just to be extra safe. Alright, so my idea was in the middle of each torch, which is 3 blocks, placing like logs here, and then glass all around it, like so. And then I'll have to move the torches, maybe move them to, oh, oh my god, okay, I completely forgot that torches were glitched. Alright, anyway. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that little hiccup. Now I remember that I cannot place torches, so I'm just gonna place that up here so I do not attempt it again, but I don't know. I'm gonna extend it further and try it, and then just keep doing it until I come up with... Okay, so this is what it... Okay. So, leaves don't decay at all. So, that means I'm gonna have to manually... Okay, that's a pain in the ass. I guess I'm just gonna have to collect a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's gonna be such a pain, though. I have to break every single leaf if I want to get saplings. When do they add leaf decay again? I need a look. And it's weird because on the wiki page, it wasn't listed as a bug. So was it a feature before where just leaves are just there? I hate it. I really hate this. It's gonna be such a pain when I'm building the bridge. Let's see, how does this look? I'll just get rid of that torch another time. I'm not gonna make the same mistake. Alright. Actually, that's fine. This is exactly what I wanted to do anyway. You know what? This doesn't look bad. It kind of gives an extra layer of protection. This tree grew over the torch I had before. Alright, well, that's a shame. Alright. I like it. Makes it more secure. Maybe will help prevent mobs spawning inside of it once mobs start spawning in a couple updates, which I'm both dreading and excited for, because Minecraft without mobs is pretty boring, but at the same time, it made building this bridge a hell of a lot easier. Alright, well, with that in mind, I guess I'll just keep going with it. Oh my god. Ugh, this sucks. This is what's mostly gonna suck about this project, is with glass. It is just such a difficult time. Oh, I forgot to put glass here. Perfect. Now I'm thinking, I probably won't do it for the entire bridge, but maybe just certain sections of it. Like maybe I'll just like have this stay open and then start it back from here. Perfect. I just keep doing that basically. I have to go back and get some bread. Alright, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep doing this. It's so weird not being able to place directly on me anymore. I'm so used to that now. Before I forget, I'm gonna go grab some food. Just for like the zigzags, it'll just be empty space. Just so like I can get back onto the bridge easily if I'm coming back home. Well, that bug that I was talking about earlier that places 2 blocks at once, at least it seems to like not do it as often, but I can definitely tell it still happens. Yeah, I'm really liking how this is looking. Gives it more life, I think. Just a couple more days, then it's back to fighting for my life every single night, and then worrying about my house blowing up due to creepers. And all those trees are just growing now, finally. It was so annoying just seeing a giant, vast array of like saplings that just weren't growing at all. Now I can actually go down and harvest them all. Oh yeah, and this building hasn't seen any change since I built it on day 2? Day 2, maybe? Day 2 or 3. Yeah. I haven't done anything with it yet. It's relatively abandoned right now, so I don't know. Alright, there we go. And then for the zigzags, yeah, just no glass. Just so it's easy for me to get back. Because what's the point of the bridge if I can't get back onto it, right? Alright, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other plans for this episode. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this different approach to the series, where instead of commentary over gameplay, I'm commentating while playing. I feel like it's a lot easier on me in both making the videos and just editing them and recording them and stuff. It just makes my life a whole lot easier this way. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, again, either day 16 or day 17 of... I know you missed a lot of days, but again, I haven't really done much outside of building this bridge and strip mining a bunch. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next day, whenever I decide to make the next one. See you next time.